welcome back to Claire's Clues. On today's video, we'll be talking about the universal law of attraction explained by Proctor. So how he starts off is by saying that we have a conscious and a subconscious mind. Our conscious mind is free thinking and creates ideas. This is our educated mind. Whereas our subconscious is programmed from the get-go, from when we're young children. And this in turn creates what we call a paradigm. So what a paradigm is when we're young, our brain is open-minded. We're open to all kinds of things and we don't object to any of them. So what happens is our brain starts to be filled with things that we hear and see around us, things that we will mimic and copy throughout our life. These things are our go-to as a result of what we see. These are also what we maintain throughout our life as the baseline for everything that we do, our thoughts, feelings, and opinions. This is your paradigm. So to vaguely explain your paradigm, what it is there's a great example where a husband and wife are sitting down to dinner and the wife has cooked a leg of ham, although she's cut the end of it off and she's just thrown it away. And the husband asks the wife, "Hey, why do you throw away the end of the ham? Well, that's food I could eat." And she goes, "Oh, well, my mum did it and I don't actually know, so I'll give her a call and I'll find out." So what she does is she calls her mum and asks Mum, "Hey, why did you used to cut off the end of the ham?" And her mum says, "I'm not actually too sure. I used to watch my mum do it. So I'll call her and I'll find out why she did it." Which is exactly what she does. She calls her mum and her mum says, "I only cut off the end of the ham because it didn't fit in my baking tray." Something so simple like that, passed down in generations with no reasoning or, no questioning of it. This is what became paradigms in people's lives. It's something that they did basically on autopilot because they'd seen it done when they were younger. That became part of their paradigm. So, jumping over to your conscious mind. This is where, again, you're free thinking, you can come up with any idea that you like, and you can create the ideas that suit you. This is where you make educated decisions, educated guesses, things like this, and most of your opinions come from your conscious mind. So how Bob explains this is he says, your thoughts that you think control the vibration that you're in. So what he means by vibration is he explains that you think of it like this. You're on a wavelength, on whatever wavelength it might be. People on similar or the same wavelength as you will attract them, they will attract you, whatever it might be. So a great example of this is, say you work a 9-to-5 job. You'll find that you'll be attracted to and be around people that also work 9-to-5 jobs. They have the same mentality, they share the same opinions, all because they're in the same industry. But say you're successful. You'll find yourself surrounded by successful people that want the best for you and you would want the best for them. This comes from the same wavelength. And the same goes for if you're poor. If you're poor, you can only attract those that have a poor mindset and don't know how to be successful, don't know how to change their ways because they're so stuck in being poor. They're the kinds of people that would blame others for the situation that they're in. So this is what we call vibration. So what he says is vibration is nothing other than an idea. So an idea of what it is that we think of ourselves, of the people around us. This is what he means by that. So he also says our vibration that we give off is what we attract. And it's what we act on. So it's how we act. Our vibration is the causation of why we act the way we do. So if our vibration is that of a 9-to-5 job kind of a person, we'll find that we act in such a manner that represents what we do. But if you work in a successful industry and you work around successful people, you'll find that you act in a very successful manner. And same goes for the poor mindset as well. So moving on, he also says that we can change, he says that you can attract energies that are in harmony with what you are. So who you are, the wavelength that you're on. So whether it be successful, 9-to-5 job, poor, broke, whatever it might be, whatever wavelength you're on is what you will attract. So this comes around to what you put out, you get back. You might have heard this saying before, but what you put out, you attract as well. So if you're on the same wavelength as other people, you'll find that they will be attracted to you and you'll be attracted to them because you'll find similarities in their values and the things that they do and how they act, maybe even to do with how they speak. What Bob does say is that you can change your thoughts, but without a paradigm shift, you can't change the result. So if a lot of people are looking for a different result in their life, it might be you. Say you're not happy with the results you're getting. You cannot just change your thoughts and expect for the rest of your outcomes to change. Now, even though your thoughts may be part of the result, they are not the reason why you are getting a poor result or not the result that you are looking for. What you'll find is the reason that this isn't happening, the reason you're not getting the result, is because you haven't changed your paradigm. You haven't changed the reason why you do things in the first place, why you act upon things in a certain way, or why you react in a certain way. But in order to do this, all we need to do is change that paradigm. Change it just that little bit, and we will find that our results will be changed immensely over a long period of time, and you'll start seeing the successful results that you're looking for. So although change can be extremely uncomfortable when it comes to changing our paradigm, it is nothing but necessary. Because if we want the results, we can't just change our thinking, like I said, we must change our paradigms, the way we do the things we do, why we do the things we do. Because without changing these guys, we're going to be stuck with the same results. And unfortunately, if you do the same thing time and time again, that is literally the definition of insanity. Especially if you get the same result time and time again. So, although it may be uncomfortable in the beginning, it's well worth it. So let me just quickly summarize all this for you guys. Bob talks about how we have a conscious and subconscious mind. Our conscious is free thinking, it's educated, and it creates ideas for us. But our subconscious is programmed from when we are young. And that is what creates our paradigm. So for all the things that we hear, see, all our senses, thrown into our subconscious. This is what we know as our opinions, our thoughts, our feelings, and yes, people can offend us, but it's because of our paradigm. So we can change that. And he also goes on to say how that the way you think controls your vibration, and the vibration is nothing but an idea. So the way we think, our mindset controls who we attract. What we put out is what we get. And to say that what we think dictates how we act. So if we think in such a way that we have positive thoughts, you will act in such a manner. But if you have negative thoughts, you will find that you will be a negative kind of person. It's almost like when you walk into a room and you get the feeling of someone, a gut feeling, and you know that that person is either successful, happy, outgoing, or they're quite the opposite. They're down and out, they're not really, people person sort of a thing. They don't really want to talk to you. You can pick up on that. That's what he talks about when it comes to vibration. So again, what you put out is what you attract, and we act through our vibrations. So our thoughts become an action, and our actions will become our habits eventually if we keep pursuing them. He also talks about how we can change our thoughts. Change our thoughts doesn't necessarily mean that we changed our paradigm. But if we want different results from our life, we have to change that paradigm. And it will be uncomfortable. It will be different. But if we want the result of happiness, success, a great family, great lifestyle, whatever it might be that you're after, the paradigm needs to change. And it's well worth it. Because that way, as uncomfortable as it is, we can have the goal that we're after. We can go after the success and know that at the end of it, it would have been well worth the change. The uncomfortable situation that we would put ourselves in the beginning is exactly why we will end up where we want to be. Because success is not going to be an easy path. We never make it something worthwhile with a little bit of struggle. You don't get what you want out of life without going through that little bit of a hurdle. You can't just wake up one morning and say, I want to be a millionaire, I want a mansion, and click your fingers and just, boop, there it is. No, unfortunately, there are no magic genies. There's no magic lamps. We have to put in the work. So by doing so, by changing our paradigm, we change our results. But we can't just change the paradigm either. We change our thinking in the process. And by doing this, you'll find that you start attracting the right kind of people. The people that will help you get to your goal faster. The people that will want to see you succeed. The people that will care to see you succeed, that know that you can do it. Because we're all capable. Like I keep saying, guys, doesn't matter who you are, what your background is, where you come from, you are all capable of achieving success. Well, that's all from me tonight, guys. I will leave you with this part. Sorry. We will be making a lot more of these videos for this training series and to help you with your personal development goals. But that's all for now, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video of Claire's Clues. Bye!